Hey, what's up, guys? So we're going to do a comparison test between a non-electric bike, a electric skateboard, and the Populo Sport electric bike. So we have Landon, co-founder of A2E Skate. He weighs about 130 pounds, and he's basically going to do a loop in the park 3 times with each vehicle. Okay, so Landon is now riding the Brooklyn Bicycle Company Wythe, which is a single-speed non-electric bike, very similar to the Populo. And here, Landon, it looks like you're
going up that little bit of hill.
Yeah.
It's a very light frame, very nimble bike, but I mean, just like any other bike, you want to get up to a casual speed, and we started kind of at a small incline, so it did take a little bit, but.
So you already hit your top speed at 13 miles per hour. You're slowly climbing. And it's basically, you don't have any gearing on it, so you're...
Right, exactly. So basically the whole time you're constantly pedaling. There's no, like when you're starting off, it's a little rough. When you're going really quick, it's like too much. I mean, I could definitely see why you'd want more speeds on a bike, but that being said, the simplicity of a single speed is pretty sweet. I guess you just really have to kind of cater to the majority of what you normally ride with this type of setup.
Is this the kind of bike that you typically ride?
Yeah, I'd say so. And so I raced BMX as a kid, so I never really got into mountain biking. But the single speed was really all I really rode. So, and this is more of a casual pace. We're not like racing here or anything. It's just like
You're just kind of
comfortable. Like
it's also kind of wet outside.
Right, that's true, and it's not super nice out, as you can see. We're going over puddles and whatnot, but. Yeah, I don't want to like slip out. Those are pretty, not slick tires, I'd say, but like
narrow.
Yeah, they're pretty narrow. Right.
So you're going down looks like a.
Yeah, it's pretty, not a hill exactly.
Yeah, it's not a downhill, but you can see on the elevation graph that it takes a little bit of a dip.
Yeah. And you can feel that. Like that's like obviously, I would imagine a lot of people have ridden bikes like. Downhill you can feel, and you can see that I'm still pedaling. Like you got to keep that momentum for a long time. So. And
I'm assuming it's been a while since you rode a bike.
A little bit, yeah. I could definitely get to the gym a little more.
Are you feeling like? It
was a winter, man. I was hibernating.
Are you feeling it right now, or is it
yeah. My leg when we got off, actually, I think we had like stopped recording, and I was like, "Wow, that actually like burned my legs a little bit." And it's like a half mile; it's like nothing, especially for a bike. But
right.
But yeah, it takes a little bit of a toll on you.
So here we are at the end. Okay, so now we're on the boosted board, and right away you're sort of hitting speed.
Yeah, way easier to get up to speed on, obviously, with an electric. I mean, pretty lazy at this point, not really doing anything, so there's no real work that goes into it beside your thumb. Feels good to be on a board again. This is actually the first time I was on a board for the season, I think, besides a little bit before this, so it was cool to get back on a board. But
so you hit your top speed of 13 miles per hour. Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's different. It's again, it's wet, so it's a little less stable, obviously. A bike definitely feels more, I don't know, rigid, but like I have more confidence in a bike, to be honest, even though I feel like I'm pretty strong on a board. But
yeah.
I don't know, it being wet definitely makes it a little bit interesting, especially with it being an electric board. It's
the boosted is, the loaded deck is kind of flexy, and the very soft tires. They're known for kind of these thin, soft urethane tires. So I can see why you wouldn't want to push it too hard on this trail, but that's a respectable speed.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot easier to get up to speed and to maintain speed when you don't have to push. You get all the enjoyment about the fun stuff with boarding without having to do too much, which is great. But still, you just got to be a little concerned.
I see. You definitely are taking those turns, very conservatively.
Yeah, there's a point at the kind of end here where there's more of a puddle, and that sketched me out a little bit, obviously. On the bike, obviously, like nothing. It's like, oh, whatever, I get some water on my back. But here it's kind of like, well, I could slide out, so.
Yeah, and you can see there's like sort of these snow patches, you know,
Right.
there's like little ice patches. Wasn't the best day to maybe do something like this, but for Michigan, we had a little opening.
Take what we can get.
Yeah, like this is actually really nice right now out here.
I was gonna say, we got out of the car when we first got there. And
this
that's
is
that spot, exactly.
Yeah, that was a little bit. So there were a couple of those things at some of the intersections.
Yeah, so on a board, that's a little sketchy. Especially, I mean, if it were like super nice warm day, like obviously that wouldn't be a concern. You could go really hard on this, but then again,
you still, you know, you're in a public park. Maybe you don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to go like
25
or some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like.
So here we go. We're coming near the end. You hit your top speed is 17 miles per hour. Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
And here we go. Finally with the Populo Sport. So,
yeah, this hill was the first thing that I noticed. It was like so easy.
Yeah,
you
so
barely get going, and it's like whoop, and it just like takes off.
Yeah. So you hit that hill really good. So I guess the hub motor kicks in.
Yep.
You had it. What was your power level on this?
4.
So you're on normal.
Normal 4. Yeah. So about midway through, actually, I looked back there and asked Rick if I was going too quick because it takes off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But it just makes it easy. You can see I'm not pedaling a ton. I'm pedaling backwards. It's like I'm just being like hanging out sort of thing. So I don't know. And when you are pedaling, it's not like there's a lot of resistance. Like the hub motor really, I was skeptical about the pedal assist. I really like the idea of having a throttle just from the e-boards, like having throttle's nice. And this was like a huge shock. I was just like, wow, this is fantastic. You don't even have to think about it, it just does it. Like it's fantastic.
I like it too, because it's sort of just, it's using your natural, you know, the natural motions in your legs. You know, it's almost, it doesn't like lock up. It doesn't feel like it's going to lock up on you.
Right.
So here you go. You hit 20 miles per hour.
Yeah,
already.
that's pretty quick. That's
and do you notice that?
No, it sneaks up on you. Like, I hit 28 there. Like,
28.
it sneaks up. It's because it doesn't feel like the motor's really there. I mean, you can feel the motor's there, but you don't have to like do anything. It's just like it's like you're just riding a bike. Like it's I don't know.
And for the 28 miles per hour isn't the top speed on flat ground, I think, because when you hit that downhill, that little dip, you did a little spike in speed.
And it wasn't for long too. So it's I don't know, it's comfortable. That's the main takeaway. It was like how comfortable it is to ride a bike.
You look very casual riding it.
Right.
You don't seem like you're straining.
It was not tough. Like I said, I was hibernating all winter. Like this was not hard.
So this is something like you take on a like longer trail, obviously not just in a circle. You can do this whole
for
park.
Sure. And this barely used any of the battery like at all. Like I could see this lasting for a couple days easy.
Great. So that was pretty much the comparison test. It wasn't really a race or anything, just so you guys know how these different vehicles react in someone like Landon.
Yeah. I was going to say, you can take my small frame as an example.